I'm gonna call myself student number 10 for this because 10's my favorite number, so I thought that would work pretty well. I love doing YouTube. I actually just started it about a couple months ago, about 2 or 3, and I love doing these type of videos, so I wanted to do for my element sit down, kind of personal talk about my whole Mizzou experience. That was perfect. And why I chose to came here and just like my road to coming here, because I know for a lot of people when you apply to college, it's you apply, you get in, you go if you like it, once you go on your tour, if it's good enough. But for me, it was a little bit more complicated than that, and I am so thankful for being here and for everyone that helped me get here, because I don't know if I could have done it alone. I definitely actually couldn't have. So there's a lot of people I can thank for this, and I'm just going to say a little bit about why. And yeah. So my college experience, or my college road, started with the application process and taking the ACT. I'm someone who's not very good with test taking, so it was a little difficult for me to take the ACT multiple times and constantly be disappointed because I couldn't go up with my scores. But at the end of the day, it is just a test, and I did know that, but I was hard on myself because I knew other colleges are held at such a high expectation of ACT and GPA, and I thought that maybe I couldn't get into the schools that I had been considering due to my GPA. I actually got extremely lucky, and every college I applied to, I got accepted into, which was amazing. And the day I got actually accepted into my dream college, which at the time was the University of Kentucky for me, was probably one of the best days of my life. It was so extremely exciting. I remember sitting in class, just getting that piece of paper and shaking and crying, and I was just in a hot mess. Everyone in my class was judging me. It's fine. But later that day, I actually came to realize that my parents had received the financials for that school, and it was a lot more expensive than our budget could afford for me to go to college. And I was just so overwhelmed with excitement for getting accepted in the first place. I didn't really think I would get in, and I thought it was my dream school. And little did I know, but a lot was going to change. My parents always told me, you're going to stay close to home. You're a homebody. You can't be away from your friends because all of them are staying close. You're going to follow them. And I kind of wanted to prove everyone wrong and was like, absolutely not. No, you are not going to prove me wrong. Not how it works. So I decided to look at schools that were all at least 4.5 hours away from school. Just being me, trying to go against everybody's social differences, I guess. But I was really interested in a couple schools from the start, my freshman year, and I had been looking at them, and then my mom finally took me to visit a couple of them, even though they were far. I'm sorry, Mom. When I finished my college search, I actually did not attend. When I finished my college search, I actually didn't even consider the University of Missouri, because a lot of people that I knew came here, and that was something I really wanted to avoid. And I was like, no, not Mizzou, not Mizzou. Everyone's going there from my school. I don't want to be a second high school. I don't want to be stuck with the same people. Just this whole whirlwind of emotions was coming to me because I did not want to go here. And although I did get into all of my other schools, something just didn't feel right. And every single time I went on a tour, everyone kept telling me, my counselors at school kept telling me, you need that it factor. You need that moment when you walk on a campus and you're like, wow, I'm supposed to be here. This is supposed to be my happy place. This is where I will belong and thrive. And I hadn't been receiving that from any of the schools, and it was quite disappointing, actually. And I really kept pushing my parents to take me to different schools because I knew that this wasn't the right feeling and that I needed to be at a different school, and this wasn't my path. And I knew everything was going to be okay. The day I was supposed to leave for the University of Kentucky to go on my visit, which I was so excited for, dream school, yay, far away from home. I went to my counselor and I said, something feels off. I have been going to all these other colleges, and I keep getting the same feeling. The minute I would walk on any of these campuses, I would immediately know, and my mom would get super frustrated with me. But I'd just be like, I don't want to finish the tour. Like, I don't want to be here right now. Like, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. And I'm so sorry I made you so frustrated, Mom, but I know that everything was going to be okay. There were so many tears, so many ups, so many downs, a lot of excitement about getting in, but I knew that it would come. My school was around the corner. I knew that I just had to visit a couple more, get out of school a couple more days, and eventually the same day that I was supposed to attend or look at the University of Kentucky, I went to my mom and I said, I want to go look at Mizzou. And it was a complete surprise to her. She was like, wow, like, I was right. And I was like, yeah, you were. Like, maybe I should go look there. And that was probably the best decision of my life so far. I am 5.5 hours from home. I am from Illinois. And I just remember when we were in the car just talking about Mizzou and everything that it had, and everyone was hyping it up to me and saying you should come here because I had friends here. And I just remember the initial moment that we pulled up to Farrett Fields and we came right down that, I think it was College Avenue. And I'm really bad with roads still, sorry. And I saw Farrett Fields for the very first time. And I just remember looking at everything, and I just got that. My heart just started racing. It was literally out of my chest. And I was like, I'm supposed to be here. This is my school. I didn't even have to go on the tour, honestly. I was already excited. I was like, I'm going to apply here. This is where I'm going to end up. And look where I could not be more thankful to my counselor and my mom for pushing me to go against my own thoughts and to basically prove me wrong in saying that they knew what I wanted more than I actually knew what I wanted, which is kind of crazy to think about. But everything really does happen for a reason. And I just wanted to share my path because I was so bummed at first when I got here, and I just saw my friends at these other schools being successful. And then when I met my roommate for the first time, I just absolutely fell in love with her, and I knew that this was going to be perfect for me. I knew it was the perfect place. I knew I wasn't going to belong anywhere else, and that this is where I was supposed to be. And every single day I thank my parents for allowing me to come here and attend this amazing school, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be as happy as I am today. And it's like, it feels so good to be able to like say that out loud, because I was so doubtful for such a long time, and now I can look back and be like, wow, like I can't imagine not being a Tiger. It's kind of weird. So I just wanted to do this as like a sit down, like kind of more real, because I am a very like joking person. I don't really take many things seriously, but I do consider this to be pretty serious. And I just wanted to like share my road less not traveled, and just kind of get real in a sit down in my dorm with you guys. So that is what I'm doing, and I thank you for watching. Might have been a little bit long, I'm sorry. I usually can talk for hours on end, so this is pretty fast for me to do. But thank you so much for even considering me as a candidate. I mean, I hope you still are. If you're not, that was a lot of work. But anyways, thank you so much again, and I can't zoom in. Go Tigers. Ah!